Hello everyone, today we will be taking a look at a common issue with the PreSonus Eris E3.5BT speaker. After a few years of use, the power switch can become brittle and eventually break. In my case, the switch cracked about after 3 years, leaving the speaker unable to turn on. In this video, we will replace the switch and get the speaker working again. For this repair, you will need a 20mm circular DPST or double pole single throw rocker switch. There are several compatible replacements available, and I will include some suggestions in the video description. So let's get started. First, we will remove the 10 screws on the rear panel and carefully pull it free. These are the 10 screws that hold the rear panel down. With the rear cover removed, we now can see the insides of the speaker, and you'll see a bunch of wires as well as some white acoustic damping material. Next, we will remove 5 screws that secure the front bezel. These 5 screws are the ones over here, and they are the ones with the large flange. With the 5 screws removed, you should now be able to easily pry off the front panel. Be sure not to damage any of the wires. Over here you will see 2 wires going to the tweeter and 4 wires going to the switch. Next, we will disconnect the wires from both the power switch as well as the tweeters. I do recommend taking a picture beforehand so you know how to reconnect everything later. Note that these spade connectors can be quite tight and may require some patience to remove. I also recommend marking the cables going to the power switch for easy reassembly. The switch is secured with hot glue. What we'll need to do next is to remove the hot glue, and you can use something like a sharp hook or a pair of needle nose pliers to remove it. After quite a lot of work, I was finally able to remove enough of the glue, and I found that I was able to pop the switch out by using a coin and pressing hard, and I was able to remove the switch. So now what we need to do next is to reinstall the replacement switch, reconnect all the wiring, and reassemble the speaker in the reverse order that we took it apart. When reinstalling the switch, you will notice that there is a small indentation here, and that corresponds with a tab on the switch. So make sure that this tab lines up with this indentation. Now, if any of the spade connectors feel loose, one trick that I like to do is to gently squeeze the spade connectors with a pair of pliers before reinstalling them. Don't forget to reconnect the tweeter wires as well before closing everything up. For the switch, I did not find it necessary to reapply hot glue, but you can do so if you like. Alright, and with the screws back in place, that's basically it. The repair is complete, and the speaker should be ready to use again. We now have a fully functioning power switch. I hope you found this guide useful. Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one.